Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and I am here for more treasure hunting. We've got more new shows. This time it's Kyoko Sweetie, or Inspector, which I assume is a play on Inspector. Does that mean it's a mystery show? I don't know. It's got a lot of tags on my anime list. It's got mystery, comedy, demons, supernatural, romance, and shonen. That's a lot. That's like a lot. Okay. It's being directed by Keiji Goto, who's directed a few things, done a lot of key animation on a lot of things, directed a couple of episodes of Mawaru Penguindrum, of all things, and, is generally pretty experienced in the industry. Main boy in the show is voiced by Mamoru Miyano, whose sultry dulcet tones, I don't know if dulcet actually works there, can improve almost anything, so that's nice. Um, I guess this is a supernatural mystery-y thing. Don't know much more than that. Let's watch it. I've got the first episode up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There'll be two versions of the reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you're welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. Leaves. A girl in a field. In a white dress. Alice in Wonderland style. Innocent. Welcome to the weird. It's not the wired, it's the weird. Hey? What does that mean? Eh? That's some weird redness stuff down there. And it's pulling her skirt. Got a hat, got a cane. A little bit of a strangeness to her walk. I guess not. Hello, Mamoru Miyano guy. What's with the gray filter? I guess it's rainy, so we'll see if it goes away. Hey? Sakura. Alright, she's pretty cute. Up. Aww, and it begins. We've still got this weird filter over everything. Or I guess it's desaturation now because flashback. Hmm. Shut up, she's cute. But then you didn't. Aww. Huh? Huh. You know that feeling when your neck won't crack? And you really want it to? Fuck. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, what? That yo GF? Oh, all right. Girlfriend. Nope. Yeah. Oof. Oh, did he? Oh, now they've broken up, eh? Chaz. I really hope these filters go away. Oh. No chance. Maybe chance. Yeah. But you're not a patient, so yeah. That would actually be protected. Yeah. Cold feet? Not even a little bit. Jazz. All right, get it, girl. Okay. She's 17. They've got a pretty fun dynamic. Hmm. Hmm. That's cool. You gotta hear that Miyano everywhere. Hmm. Wait, really? The fuck? Just Kappa appears. I don't know what those are. Hey, you got any cucumbers? I'm looking for some cucumbers. I've been eating fish for like 3 months. I haven't had a cucumber in months. I'm fiending over here. You don't have any cucumbers? I'm gonna murder you. Oh boy. Did it have beak bites out of it? Okay. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. She kind of does, it seems. She had some kind of supernatural experience that we saw. Eh. Ah, shut up. Eh. Hmm? Yeah, the coward. Boku. What? What? Eh? You're weird. Oh? It was weird phrasing. Okay, please explain. Suddenly intrigued. Fair enough. Uh-huh, but other yokai? Uh-huh. In Spectre. I am the goddess of wisdom, right? Oh. Oh my. Okay. Well, how do you turn that down? Yeah. Girl gone missing for two weeks. Oh. It's a glass eye? Huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The price to pay for wisdom? Like Norse mythology? Maybe Japan has similar myths. I wouldn't know. It's Odin's left eye, right? Oh. Oh, hello. You're not spooky at all. Bazaka? Lancelot, is that you? What the fuck? Alright, please change the color. Please stop putting this wacky filter over everything. Give me some saturation. No? Legit Bazaka. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just some dead samurai. Terrifying monstrosity. Okay. Are you fully blind? What? Yeah, that's pretty whack. Hmm. Think you can use him to scare people away? Huh? Ah. Okay. But you are both. Sure. Oh, geez. Magic. Not this world. Seems that way. I suppose. Hmm. Hey, we've got a little bit of color. Still filtered, but we got a little bit of color. Just a smidge. Sure, so let's prove it to you. Convenient that you're at the library, right? Hmm. Hmm. Is he seeing this? Why are they so freaked out by him? What the fuck did I do? Yeah. Sure. Does he see that? Oh. No, he does see that. Got him. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. Yikes. Looks pretty good. Pretty good looking monster. She seems not at all crippled. Cool. Oh, geez. Uh-oh. That's gonna go pop. Catch the girl. Nope, didn't chomp down. Ah, he wants to do the protect. Okay. What's in your hand? He does not seem fazed by that at all. Hey. Zero danger. Is he immortal? We're not showing the arm anymore. That was a cut. And inside, okay, it's poisonous to them. Yeah. What are you? Gross. Cool. Or what? They don't know, do they? Or do they? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Groovy. Groovy, baby. I need more info on the staff here. Original character design, animation director, all that stuff. Okay. Nobody's listed for color. Fuck. Very groovy. It's got a little bit more color to it. Still got this filter. There are a lot of things to like in this show. I really like both of the characters. They're both strong, distinct, and relatively unique. I really like some of the animation done in this latter segment. The beast flailing around here looks fantastic. Looks really good, and the uses of blur and little micro shaky cam were really effective. The action sequences are solid. The moment when his arm regrows is a dope cut. Where's that? I want to see it. I want to frame by frame it. There it is. It's really familiar. It actually it looks like some of the cuts out of Bubblegum Crisis OVA 1. It's pretty darn well done. The character designs are rather strong. He kind of comes off initially as a bit of a Yuji Everlead, but taller, thinner, and her goat description is kind of cute and kind of cool. Some of the reaction faces that she makes are classic, but solid. I think my only real great and the banter and dialogue is well written and enjoyable. It has a nice pace to it, a nice beat to the banter. The sequences of monsters are equal parts goofy and cute and kind of terrifying at the same time. Shot composition and general production is fine. However, the color work sucks. I think this is an attempt to go for a more muted, realistic color palette so that when they break out into the colorful monsters, they do them with the colored line art that isn't present on the characters or any of the environments, and try and make them stand out as though they're ethereal. But sometimes it's not that way, like with this guy, and sometimes it is. This one has that sort of purplish line art going on. I guess it works. And then it feels like a band-aid measure to try and create some kind of consistency between scenes or between backgrounds and the characters themselves, and to some extent mask the ugliness of the rather bland digital backgrounds, which are nothing special but are mostly out of focus and or hidden behind rain. We do see once we get to the library that they're kind of ugly digital backgrounds. But again, they're mostly out of focus or obscured by this filter that's over everything. I really kind of hoped or expected that we would have a moment where we washed the filter out and brought color back into this world. Because, like, when you get your audience acquainted with a particular color palette, you can actually do that. You can wipe it away for a moment of revelation or realization, which here probably would have been the moment where his arm does a thing. But the lack of saturation honestly kind of bugs me a little bit. I could get used to it. I don't know if I want to. I know it's a weird gripe to have, and it's just one that comes up because I'm watching so much anime, and so much of it is various levels of colored, that you start to notice the way that the color is like brought together in a show. In this case, like, this is a flashback, right? Once we get into flashback land, desaturated, low saturation, or a gray filter is classic, typical shorthand for a flashback sequence. Unfortunately, that same gray filter and desaturation exists in the world of the show at present as well. If you went through and unfiltered all of this, it would make the flashback stand out more, and it would make the show itself look better. It's kind of whack. Like, I that's why I started looking when the ED was going. I started looking for whoever was on color design, because they need to be fired. They fucked up. This is bad. Now, the show itself, with that exception, looks good. The characters are on model. The models are interesting. The setup, framing, pacing, dialogue, the way that the exposition is done and withheld over a large portion of the series. We know she had some experience, but don't understand what it was until she explains it to us and to him. And we know that there's something weird about him because she tells us that that's the case, but we don't know what until he explains it to us and to her. That's cool. The purplish filter shorthand for weird yokai stuff going on. Cool, neat. But again, what is with this filter over everything? In some cases, it doesn't quite look like a filter. It does over the backgrounds. It just looks like they chose really unsaturated colors for all of the colors. I feel like his shirt should be much more vibrant orange. His jacket should be much more blue. His eyes should be a little bit more of that greenish hazel yellow. Now her eyes come across as rather piercing because of the much more saturated purple hue that they get, minus the flashback sequences. But here, although admittedly we're in a gray and rainy day, so it kind of makes sense here, but once we get into normal land with actual sunlight, it should be bumped up a little bit, right? Huh. All right, I'm sorry for harping on this one flaw, this one issue here. But it's a weird one, and it's pervasive. It's throughout the episode, and it makes everything look not as good as it could. It's really kind of unfortunate. Now, everything else, the way that things are revealed, the way that everything is shot, the way that the dialogue functions is pretty wonderful, and I think that the strongest thing in the episode so far is the setup of an interesting character dynamic between these two characters. I've been waiting for you to become single for 2 years with no necessary knowledge that that would be the case, is kind of stalkerish, but it comes off as pretty wholesome here. The I must protect arm grab thing that he does is pretty straightforward and standard, but it comes across as pretty wholesome here, given the situation and the giant monster and the fact that he actually does have the ability to deal with it. Lens flares, lens flares, lens flares. The ED is a fucking bop, too, so that's cool. Or is that the OP, I wonder? I don't know. We didn't get an OP, right? No, it's just the ED, which may or may not be the ED or the OP. Either way, it's a fucking bop. It's nice. It's groovy. Her character is interesting and pretty well established. She takes no nonsense. Almost fits a deadpan loli archetype, but is a little bit more assertive than that, and a little bit more direct, as he says. It's an interesting show. It could be a lot better than it is with one change. That's what bugs me about this, because there's a lot to love here and only one thing that I dislike, but that one thing that I dislike is in every scene. I wouldn't go so far as to say like, oh, this ruins the show or anything like that. And honestly, most people probably don't even notice or probably aren't bothered in the slightest by it, but I find it rather unappealing because I know that it could look much better. Although, of course, that's personal opinion. What is good? What is aesthetic? I think not this. Has its moments, certainly. And some of the framing and general composition of shots, this one is a real standout for me because of the foreshortening on the cane and the real feeling like she's getting up in your face. She mixes that assertiveness with a cute, goofy reactability in terms of her reactions to things going on in the world that makes her rather endearing and quite cute. Quite like her design and more than her design, her character as established. Had some goofy moments, like the lovelorn samurai who reads chintzy romance novels. That's a pretty cute idea. That's smart. It makes me think that there are going to be lots of goofy ideas playing with the nature of traditional yokai and making them seem weird and having fun with the whole thing. Along with the possibility of some genuinely cool action. Hmm. I just wish it were more lively. Visually lively. It's so gray. It's so gray. Even this, and compared to the rest of the show, this pops. But this should pop. And it doesn't. Because there's a filter over all of it. And it looks whack. I have the same problem with a large portion of Violet Evergarden, but Violet knows how to tone that down when they want it to have impact and how to use it. Here, it just seems to be slathered on. Weird. Weird decision. Hopefully, as more episodes come out, we'll figure out who's doing color design on this and avoid them. But, I have nothing against this show except the one thing that I have against this show. It definitely seems like one of the cooler, more interesting stories that I've seen in anime over the last couple of weeks. I would totally watch more. But I'm not going to expect a visual feast out of it because it's all gray. It's all mush. Ugh. Oh well. That's so weird. 2 shows this season that have some of the strongest scripts of the season, at least in their starting episodes, and some of the weakest presentation, this and It Invaded. How does this happen? No. It's fine. It's a pretty darn good episode 1 of what seems to be a pretty darn good show. I just don't dig the aesthetic. All right, I'm going to be repeating myself if I continue talking, so I'll just end there. Those are my thoughts. You got it. Mitiabu, this whatchamacallit, Inspector. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope that the gray filter thing doesn't bother you, because it probably doesn't bother you, and it's a weird gripe to have, and I understand that. Like, that's cool. And if it doesn't bother you, then you're gonna like this, probably. It's got interesting characters and an interesting story and an interesting take on traditional mythology. Cool. Awesome. That's it. Peace.